Hey, it's Austin's Grade 24 here. Just gonna tell you, hey guys, I just came from a bike ride. It was very good. Okay, I didn't come from a bike ride, I was just joking around. I came from a run. I walk from my parents' house. I live on a condo. Kind of designed like Hazy, Florida. Like the unknown Florida suburbs. It's designed this, and this condo's in Canada. And it's designed just like it. So I saw a picture of it. Oh, that's where it was. Tallahassee, Florida. Not even Miami, not Georgia, not Jacksonville. Mm-mm. Wait, why does it say Georgia? That's in Atlanta, not Florida. It's near Florida. I mean Miami, Tampa. I meant Tampa, but I said Georgia for some reason. I don't know. And I was just gonna tell you why Canadian education. Oh, but before I tell you that, I was playing the Star Spangled and God Bless America on my Gauntonsville. If people who don't know what a Gauntonsville is, it's like a orchestra bell, but the orchestra bells sometimes have pillows. And the difference between that and a xylophone is metal or steel versus wood or rubber. A xylophone's a wood or rubber, and well, a Gauntonsville or chest bell is metal, and sometimes has a pedal. But it just depends on if it has all the keys or not. Like the one I have is combined with a snare drum, so yeah. So I learned how to play the Gauntonsville after failing at the saxophone. I couldn't play a saxophone if my life was quite. The only thing I got out of the saxophone was a whistle. A whistle. And that's very hard to do. That's what I only did twice. And yeah, so, and plus my second, third, so it was my fourth, basically my fourth, uh, backup instrument, because all that my second and third were taken already. And so I got stuck with the Gauntonsville because the piano's only used for choir. And I was in grade 9. I could have went back to grade 10, but I rather make my own stuff at Gauntonsville. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get it again in grade 10, so I just said, mm-hmm. Well, it was grade, I took grade 9 in grade 12, grade 11, then so I was thought about it, but then I couldn't do 2, and I just did enough freebie. But then I went back to school for 2 more years. I went to 14th grade, even though there's only 12, but I'm autistic, so. But I had to take my hearing aids off for a bit because my ears were getting so red. Yes. So yes, and now my specialty, chicken pot pie is, I was talking about why Canada school is better than USA. Well, there's 3 types of schools. There's public, there's Catholic, and then there's private. And then there's the Adult Learning Center, which is changing more around nowadays. And then there's also homeschool and online school now. So, due to COVID, so people have the option of doing either or. Same thing in school in Canada, your teachers can't teach your kids. And I'm not so sure, I think in public high schools and elementary schools, I think their principal can't be your dad or mother. I don't think, because that's only for TV purposes. So yes, I'm going to show you what this chicken pot pie looks like. That's what it is. We used to have Williams, but Williams was the place that had chicken pot pie soup, and it was really interesting. So going back to my thing where I said about Ontario schools. Well, if you go into Ontario schools, well, I went to a great school. I went to boop boop boop, beep beep beep, and I went to another Catholic school. I went to four Catholic schools. I went daycare to grade 1. I went to a school that I'm not going to mention. And then I went to another school in grade 2 to 8, which was fun, which I won't mention the name of because I'm just not going to give up why the school is so great. But if you want to know, all of them was in Oakville. I didn't go to any other school than those. And the only hint is it's one of the best water fountains that was in when I went there. It was good. It was the number 1. My second school was the number 2nd elementary Catholic water fountains in school, and in high school it was the number first high school fountain water in the Catholic District Board, and I think the public too, but I'm not too sure if Goff Webb or ahead of it, but I'm not too sure. But I named those schools because those are not my schools. Yeah, and the only bullies was from other schools, from public schools, so, and from like Abbey Park or something. But there was actually absolutely no bullies. There was a bit of vandalizing, but that was mostly from the girls or people lying. And that would be in like my brother. I had extra year of to start off because I just love daycare so much. And yeah, and that's just my story. And if I think in gym you had so many choices that you could do, because number 1 was you have less health classes when you reach grade 9. You have like the CPR one in grade 9, you have the nutrient in grade 10, and then you just need 1 gym credit for the whole year, but most people take 2. The gym is fun. Grade 10 is nutrient and food. And then grade 11 was a lot of things you could have done. You could have done weightlifting, rep gym just soccer for the whole year, gym just basketball for the whole year, or rep gym where you go out and do stuff, which is fun. So it was really interesting. You go to different ones. The only thing we didn't do was golf and tennis. Not considered mini pot. I don't count that as a thing. But we supposed to go mini pot. The time thing just didn't work out that well to go mini pot. And tennis is same. We didn't have nets, or the girls were using it for their club. Or the men were. So yeah. So yeah, and we had since it was a Catholic school, so we had like religion And that was the most terrifying class. I know enough, but for future reference, I'm not gonna say anything about it till later. And geography was the other terrifying one in grade 9. But those were I think grade 9 classes, religion and geography were my least favorite class to be in because I didn't really like the movies they watch. But that would be more in the future. I'll talk to you about that. Yeah. And Catholic schools in Canada aren't as strict as the ones in USA. They don't even have security guards. They have police officers. They're not as strict. But they don't have anything in elementary school unless it's they only have a vice elementary school in if they have 2 or more levels they have. And yeah, and yeah, we had world geography and world history. You just need to take one or the other. So history was in grade 12, while world geography was in grade 11. That was the funniest time because you could hear if you're late, you missed the drum solo. The teacher plays the drums. When people know when you're late for geography, the drums is done. So people don't spend too long in the bathroom. And yeah, Disney. And I'm not gonna. Yeah. This stuff that are less straight. Most people who got in trouble were wearing the wrong kinds of socks, laces. Too many thickness and too many lights. Those were. When I say the wrong socks, I mean wearing too fancy socks. That's what I meant. Or a non-plain color socks because you have to use. And when I say the wrong shoes, I mean white laces or white shoes on back soles or a mix of neon colors or wearing your gym shoes other than for drama or gym was the only time you could wear a non-black shoe. Yeah, or in grade 9 where I was, because the shoe wasn't there, but people were bringing in slippers. That's why they had to change the rule. And people weren't wearing shoes. They weren't. I don't mind people who wear socks, but really, that's like if you wear slippers, that's like wearing your pajamas to school, which they did have for a while, but they got rid of it. And same with the Italian class. They offer Italian, but no one was really interested in it because it's another language, and people were struggling with French, and they didn't want to take another step in the wrong direction. Unless they were French immersion, but people who are French immersion usually I don't know how they had gym in French immersion. I don't know that. I don't think you could have gym in French immersion. And I think I don't know if they had math. They didn't have math in French immersion in my high school. Yeah, but those are the only 2 subjects they didn't have French immersion in. And that goes with health as well. Yeah. With health wasn't that big a deal once you get into grade 11. The hardest health was probably grade 9. The project health was in grade 10 if you went to wait to do it. And we had a cooking class. We had It was pretty good. Someone got 12 out of 10. 120%, which is very rare to have. And someone also got like 11 out of 10, which is 110%, which is very rare. Yeah, and halfway through our rep gym, everyone had 100, but I finished with a 98. That was my best grade. My closest other than that was probably at 80, and I want to say it was a tie between grade 11 grade 11 religion and grade 12 nutrient class, cooking class where you make stuff. I know that's not the reason why they got rid of peanut butter. It was a totally different reason. That was the first warning where people were bringing peanut butter to school and making it for the cooking class. But then they said, none of that. You have to go to the grocery store. Don't bring food from home. And so we had Sobeys near our place, so it was all good. And what was another one? The reason they got to peanut nutrition class or peanut free school because people were leaving those chewy bars into portable. We used to have portables in high school, and they were leaving the chewy bars, the ones that may contain peanuts. They were leaving in there, and people were getting allergy eating instead of putting it in their garbage. Because I don't know. But that's not the worst. The worst was probably because I had autism. I said so I had an option because I think in grade 9, 10, there was 2 times where both of the washrooms were locked and all 3 washrooms were locked. But since I had autism and disability, I could go into the wheelchair accessible room where all the autistic disability people in. They have a bathroom there, so it was like a freebie when I need an emergency visit, and it was pretty clean. Yeah, but you go in there when all the 3 washrooms were locked. I don't usually use that. Only in emergency situations like that. I could because I was the only one that could. Because I'm hard of hearing and I have autism. And that's about it. Awesomeness Grade 24 is out. Bye bye.